Hi, I'm Guy Ardito, relationship expert, master coach, and author. And today I want to talk about the cost of carrying around old hurts, old wounds in a relationship. I was working with a couple recently, and it turns out that one of the partners was carrying on something that happened 10 years ago. 10 years ago in the relationship, and they were still carrying on to this hurt, this disappointment that they had. In fact, it was something that happened even before they were married. And they had tried to sublimate it and push it down, just kind of suck it up and deal with it. But all that time they hadn't forgotten. And it kept eating away at them and eating away at them, corroding the relationship from the inside. It's like if you pick up something that seems light, say a loaf of bread or a glass of water, it seems insignificant, right? But if you hold it out at arm's length for a minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I guarantee you're going to start feeling that burn in your shoulder and your arm. You hold it out for 10 minutes or more, you're good if you can get that far. The point is that over time, even a small thing that isn't dealt with can become unbelievably painful. And this couple just didn't know what to do. And one of the problems was that the partner had never told their spouse how much it had been bothering them and that they were carrying this around month after month, year after year. And now they'd reached a point where they were talking about divorce and they didn't really know what to do. They'd gotten to a point where they didn't trust each other. So, how do you deal with a situation? Well, it takes two to tango. Like I always say, there are several dances to marriage. It's the responsibility of each partner to both be sensitive to what might be going on with the other, but also to share what's going on for them. Now, this partner who was hurt, they have responsibility in the matter because they never really adequately explained to their spouse what had hurt them and why it had hurt them so much. So he was completely in the dark, didn't really know what was going on, didn't deal with it, and it just kept festering. So it takes two to tango. You've got to share. If you don't feel comfortable sharing, that means that you're not trusting your relationship, you're not trusting your spouse, and that's a problem also. Something that I can certainly help you with, other professionals do, but at the bottom line, trust is the foundation of a long-term relationship, especially a permanent relationship or an intended permanent relationship like marriage. And without trust, well, you have no foundation. So you've got to have that trust. Number two, you've got to have responsibility and empathy. You've got to feel what's going on with your partner all the time, and you've got to clean up whatever messes you make. If you hurt someone, even inadvertently, even in a way that you can't understand how they're hurt, you have to respect the fact that they are hurt, acknowledge it, and take responsibility for it, and promise how it's not going to happen again, or at least within reason, right? Well, that's what relationships are built on. Empathy, communication, trust. So if your partner seems like they're distant, you're always fighting, you don't know what's going on, consider the fact that there might be a long ago hurt in there somewhere and ask them about it. If you're the one who feels like your relationship is on the ropes because you've been having this hurt for a long time and your partner doesn't seem responsive, ask yourself if you really have made it clear to them how much you're hurting and what you're hurting about. It's quite possible they really just don't understand the way that you do. All right? It takes two. I hope you found this useful. Again, if you're interested in more of my coaching, any of my programs, if you want to work with me one-on-one or as a couple, just go to guyardito.com and you'll find all the options there. In the meantime, I'm saying life is an adventure, live in love.